Welcome. This is Linda, and I'm happy to have you with me. I'm starting a brand new project here at Eclectic. It's going to be a hand-sewn lap quilt or wall quilt, whatever you'd want to use it for. Mine is going to be approximately 7-inch squares are my foundation squares that I will be working on each time. And so when I put those together, depending on what I choose for my sashing and my binding, that will determine what the overall size is. But let's say 4 to 7 is 28 inches, 4 across and 4 down, 16 squares, 28 inches, and then plus whatever my sashing and binding is. But this is going to be a totally scrappy quilt in that everything we're going to use is going to be scraps. We're going to hand sew it. We're going to take our time, and we're going to work on this project when we feel like it and when we have scraps available to do it. Now, my vision for this is to make each square and embellish it as I go. And so when I get it like I want it, I'll consider it finished and lay it aside and go to the next one. I want to change up every square in some way. I don't want them all to be made just alike, but all done with scraps, all textile scraps. That means you can use threads, you can use yarns, you can use fabrics, you can use ribbons, you can use anything that's textile on your quilt squares. Now when we get all the squares done, of course we're going to have to attach them, and I haven't exactly decided how I'm going to do that yet. I'm thinking I'm going to do a scrap sashing and then sew that to these squares like that, and then I will put the whole thing on a batting with a backing and bind it, and then do some additional quilting here and there around the quilt, or I will tack tie it so that it's secured to the through the batting onto the backing. However, it's going to be a Scrapaganza quilt, and which means we're just going to have a blast with these scraps of ours. We're going to be using them in every which way we can imagine. And we're not going to be worried about perfection, and we're not going to be worried about rules, and we're not going to be worried about tradition or traditional quilting. We're going to design and make this our way, or at least I'm going to design and make mine my way. And if you want to join my journey, well, please jump in and do. Your squares and sizes are completely up to you. How and what your destination is up to you. Your vision is up to you. Just the only thing that's required to follow along with the Scrapaganza quilt is that you do use scraps, however you choose to use them, and that it is hand sewn. Okay, you can see that my first square is on the way. I'm doing this in the style that I call boho patchwork, in that all the raw edges show. I'm simply stitching right inside that raw edge border, and I will be doing that all the way through this, and then I will be coming back and deciding how I want to embellish this piece. Okay, now my destination for this is not a utility quilt. It's a not exactly an art quilt, but maybe, yeah, a little bit more of a decor, home decor piece. I'm thinking I might, display it across the back of my couch or hang it on the wall. I'm not sure which. Right now I think I'd like to do it across my couch. My couch is this cream color. It's very plain, and so it would be very pretty to have a very colorful, scrappy quilt, lap quilt across the back of it. And of course, it could be used, pulled down and do exactly what it says, throw it across your lap. But mostly, you know, that it would just be decorative. So that's my vision and my destination for this project. My vision is a very scrappy quilt with all kinds of ways that we might use textile scraps in it. My destination is to use it for home decor in some form. Okay, so I really would love to have you jump in and join me. The hashtag is for this project will be on each post I make, so you can see that, and if you use it, we can all keep track of each other. And I know that this project will probably take me the rest of the year, and at least, so I'm in no hurry, and we'll be working along and making these videos as I go. I will be stitching this one as I'm showing here, and then I will be coming back and doing some embellishments, and I will make a second video on that. I'm thinking about making 2 videos per square, one for the basics that I put down, and the second one for any type of embellishments that I do on it. And so kind of look for like block 1, part 1, and part 2, or episode 1, episode 2. 2 episodes to each block. Okay, so that'll take us a little while because I've got 16 blocks, and that's 32 episodes. And but I'm looking forward to this. It's going to challenge me. I haven't made a quilt in a long time, and of any kind. And so it's going to challenge me. And I'm going to break a lot of rules, even my own. But I'm going to design as I go. And I hope that I give you some kind of inspiration, and you might try some of the things that I do. All right, let's work together. And you know what? We're all going to stay really scrap happy.